Hello, welcome back to Brian's Mostly Metal Updates. This is collection update number 5, another all vinyl update. I have 7 records to show you this time. Have a few things I want to talk about, but I'll do that later at the end. Let's jump right in. Jump right into the vinyl. 7 records. I don't think there's anything too obscure. You should be familiar with everything. Maybe not the first one, but all the rest. First up is Coffin Dust. Everything is Dead. This is their second album from 2016. This album is great. Their first album, This Cemetery My Kingdom, from 2014 is also great. They have a new album out, I think this year. Streamed at one time, didn't click with me like the first time. I will go back and listen to it again. But this album, let's talk about this album. This is, Metal Archives calls it Death/Thrash/crossover. I don't hear any crossover in this. Death Thrash, I would call it. Thank yous. Band photos. It's on black vinyl. Unholy Anarchy Records. They're from Philadelphia, in case I forgot to mention that. Great album. One of those albums, once in a while you hear a band, hear an album, and it's like love at first sight kind of thing. Love at first listen, I guess. Just immediately. During the first song, you just know that you're going to love this album. That's how Coffin Dust was for me. So yeah, Coffin Dust, Everything is Dead, highly recommended. Next up, this is from 2021 on 20 bucks spin. This is Woad, Burn in Many Mirrors. This is blackened death metal from Manchester, England. You have lyrics. You have more lyrics, a lot of lyrics. This is good stuff. This, like I said, you should be familiar with this. I listened to it, I streamed it when it came out. Just loved it. Hard to describe like what I like about it. It's I don't know. It's kind of epic at times, I think. It's blackened death metal. Their first 3 albums were more black metal, where this is more blackened death metal. A little bit of epicness at times, if you know what I mean. It starts out epic and ends epic. That last song, Streams of Rapture, 1, 2, and 3. Great song, really long. I forget how long, but it's like probably the longest song on the album. I just think it ends on a great song. Show you the vinyl here. It's on colored vinyl. Really nice, kind of brown and ivory, I guess. So yeah, Woad. I listened, like I said, I went back and listened to their first 3 albums, which is more black metal. But once I listened to their first 3 albums, I just wanted to go back and listen to this one again. So this is the one that just really rose to the top for me. And I really wanted to own it on vinyl. Next up, this next one is a classic. I think it's a classic. Hallows Eve, Death and Insanity. This is on Metal Blade, of course. Originally released in 1986. You have lyrics, thank yous, something else in here. Oh, there's a poster. It's a poster of the cover. I'm not going to unfold it because it looks just like that. Classic. Now, Hallows Eve. Like I said, everyone should know. I guess, you know, a lot of talk on, you know, metal YouTube, you know, like top tier and second tier and third tier. I suppose, you know, Hallow's Eve would be second tier, right? Second tier thrash. But near the top. I mean, these guys I thought were great. Musically, Hallow's Eve are great. If I was going to be critical, I love the vocalist. Lyrics are a little weak, I think. You know, a little bit silly sometimes, I think. I don't know, that's just me, maybe. Never been big on their lyrics. But, won't hold that against them. I mean, you know, I don't know. It's classic. You probably remember them, you know, they were on the soundtrack to River's Edge, which is a great movie. I'm sure you know it. You know, metalheads know that movie, right? Great movie. They're on that soundtrack. What song? Lethal Tendencies is on the soundtrack to download card. Yeah, Lethal Tendencies is on the River's Edge soundtrack. So yeah. Anyway, if you've not heard this, I mean, it's classic 80s thrash. I didn't even put this back. I just pulled this stuff out and laid it down. Let's see. Is it on colored vinyl? Splay of Death, white, black, marbled. Oh, yeah, this is nice, just like a marbled, you know. Next up, I kind of hinted at this in my CD video. This is another release on 20 Buck Spin from last year. This is a Gravesend, Methods of Human Disposal. This album, this was one of my favorites of the year last year. I wasn't on YouTube yet. I think I tweeted like my top 5 albums for 2021. And this is one of them. I mean, this is just, I don't know. This is great stuff. This is like Deathgrind, I would call it. There's definitely, you know, grindcore in this. You know, Deathgrind. I'll tell you what, I hear a little war metal once in a while. Just a touch. You know, not a lot. Just once in a while, like the drums. It's like, holy shit. You know, that sounds like war metal. So yeah, this is heavy stuff. Good stuff. You know, I'm sure you're aware. You know, like I said, none of the stuff I'm buying are like surprises, I think. But next up, another classic. Oops, got them in the wrong order. Another classic. Another, you know, album you saw in my CD video. This is Stormtroopers of Death, Speak English or Die. This is a classic. I mean, literally the only people watching this that don't know this album are like my friends and family that are watching that aren't into metal. You know, everybody else knows this album. Nothing inside. It's on Megaforce, of course. I just bought this on eBay. Says copyright 2008 Megaforce Records. I mean, that's like 14 years ago. I don't know. It was like cheap on eBay. It's on colored vinyl. Kind of like a green, like military green, kind of. Good stuff. Classic. Next up, another classic. Oops, you just saw that. Bathory, Under the Sign of the Black Mark. This is the third Bathory album from 1987. None of these that I've showed you so far are originals. They're all reissues. Wow. nothing on that side. Lyrics on that side. Now, this is my favorite Bathory album. Always has been. I had this on cassette back in high school on New Renaissance Records. Released this in the U.S. on cassette and probably vinyl. I own the cassette. Just an amazing album. I'm sure you know. You know, my favorite songs, let me go there. Equimanthorn, classic. 13 Candles, classic. You know, on Black Mark, I guess Black Mark Productions, maybe. Yeah. What can I say? You know this album. We'll have more Bathory vinyl in the future. You know, this is all I've got so far. But it's just on black vinyl. Bathory. And last, this is a non-metal album. If you've watched my previous two vinyl updates, you probably have a good guess who this is going to be. This is Kiss, Dressed to Kill, from 1975 originally. This is a vintage copy. This is not a reissue. Funny story. So, in one of my previous videos, I showed Kiss, Hotter Than Hell, right? Love that album. Mentioned in the video that this might be my favorite Kiss album. So my nephew, Colby, shout out to Colby, he bought this for me and gave it to me because he knew I wanted it. Now, this album, so I hadn't listened to it in a while, so I listened to the record. This to me, the thing about this album, some Kiss albums have weak songs on them, right? Kiss has some weak songs, you know. I love albums that I can put the album on and I love every song. And this is one of those albums. Classic Kiss album. And like I said, some albums, and if you're not a Kiss fan, my love for Kiss only goes so far. So it's this, I'm almost at the end, you know. It's like I still need their first album. I still need Dynasty. And I still need Alive 2. Now here's the thing. I should probably get Love Gun. The problem with Love Gun, there's some weak songs on Love Gun. Hooligan. Sorry, Peter. Once again, you know, a weak Peter Criss song, Hooligan, on Love Gun. Destroyer's got more than one weak song, from what I recall. Great Expectations is weak. You know, Flaming Youth is weak, in my opinion. I don't know. That's just me. Still probably need those albums, but I don't know. I mean, I've got Hotter Than Hell. I've got Dressed to Kill. I don't know. I'm looking pretty good, I think, on Kiss right now. So, thank you, Colby. Dressed to Kill. Should show the record. It's just, you know, it's vintage. I didn't look up to see. I know this has probably got like 100 different pressings, you know. So I didn't check to see like how old this actually is. You know, it came from eBay, I believe. But no, this is just classic stuff. You know, Casablanca, obviously, labels. Classic album. So, that's it for the records. Don't know how it went. Did a lot of takes this time. You know, I do a lot of takes, you know, just over and over. Turn the camera off, start it back, you know, just over and over. This was a rough one for some reason, and I feel like I rushed through it. So, an apology. So, I have some things written down I just want to discuss before I, you know, go. For starters, thank you everyone for liking and subscribing and commenting. If you leave a comment, I will respond. I'm really slow at responding to comments. That's I don't know why. I'm just slow at that. But thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting. If you're not a subscriber, think about subscribing. I do this like once a week. You know, I'm not going to hound you with videos, you know. Just, anyway, thank you. Next video is going to be an all CD video. I mentioned previously, I forget which video now, that I bought 30 CDs from eBay, like a 30 lot, you know, 30 CD grab bag, blind grab bag for $30. And I've listened to all 30 CDs twice, and I've taken notes, and I'm going to do a video on that. That'll be next week. Now, wanted to do something special for Halloween. Love Halloween. Always loved Halloween. Just, you know, I'm creepy, right? I go by Creepy Brian. I'm on Twitter, Creepy Brian. You know, I'm creepy. I love Halloween. Wanted to do a horror movie video for Halloween, right? Here's the problem. I mentioned that I'm selling my movie collection. I've sold over half of it. And I started thinking like different movies I wanted to show. And I've already sold them, you know. I regret now. I shouldn't get into it. I'm selling my collection, that's that. I'm collecting music now. My brain can only focus on one thing at a time. I'm focused on music, so I'm selling my movie collection. So, long story short, I can't do a horror movie video for Halloween. However, I am going to do a horror punk vinyl video. It's going to be Misfits and Samhain. Okay, spoiler alert. But I got some Misfits records I picked up, some Samhain, at least one Samhain record I picked up. You know, like bootleg live show kind of stuff. So I'm just going to do that for Halloween, my Misfits Samhain vinyl collection. So I'm going to try to do that the weekend of Halloween. You know, Halloween's on a Monday this year, so I'll do that over that weekend. So you might get like a quicker video this time. Last thing I wanted to discuss, if all goes as planned, I'm uploading this on my 2-month anniversary on YouTube. It'll be my 10th video and 2 months on the dot, the 21st. And I have 90 subscribers, which I'm extremely happy with. You know, didn't expect. Very happy, you know. Feel like I'm under some pressure to be entertaining now, you know. So I hope I do a good job moving forward. But yeah, you know, I'm it's all I had wrote down, you know. I just wanted, I don't know, are my videos too long? Get the impression my videos might be too long. So I'm thinking about, you know, shorten them up. I did 7 records instead of 9 this time. You know, I don't know. Anyway, I mean, we'll see how that is. Thank you for watching. Next video, CD update. You know, it's going to be a long one because I got 30 CDs to talk about. And I'm just going to let the camera roll. It's going to be as long as it is, you know. So, anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time.